for Rasheem Carter, and the chief of police came out and said, y'all can protest because you have the right to protest, but just know I've got this town surrounded, and then brought out a whole group of white supremacists. There were maybe like 30 of them there, and the whole group had like 12 teeth and like 46 beer belly somehow. I have never in my life seen a less supreme group of people.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Tink Marche back with another video. Make sure you like, share, and comment, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified every time I drop these goddamn you know what. So anyways, I wanted to come on and break down the Rasheem Carter case. I talked about it a little bit on my TikTok, so if you haven't followed my TikTok, go ahead and follow me now. Everybody should know about Rasheem Carter, and if you don't, Rasheem Carter was a guy from Mississippi. He was on a contract job, and he went to Taylorsville, Mississippi to do and complete a job. During that time frame that he was in Mississippi, he rolled down with a coworker. Something happened with the coworker to where him and the coworker got into it, and he instantly started calling family members and friends and letting them know that he no longer has a ride, nor do he have anywhere to stay. So Rasheem Carter, he was a 25-year-old black man visiting rural Taylorsville, Mississippi for work. He called his mother in a panic. He said that some white guys was following him in a truck, and he said that they were yelling racial slurs. He was fearful that they would hurt him. Sadly, Rasheem Carter did go missing in October while a family friend was on their way to get him. And then he was found in November the 2nd to be exact. This is another rabbit hole that I just can't get out of. His name is Rasheem Carter. He was working on a contract job in Taylorsville, Mississippi. He was riding with a coworker. Coworker denied him a ride back home, so he was left stranded. This is Sam. He was a sheriff in Lexington, Mississippi, less than 2 hours away from Taylorsville. He was caught on camera saying that he unalived at least 13 black people. Just for the fuck of it, okay? Lexington, like I said, Lexington and Taylorsville is only 2 hours away. So how is it that this coworker didn't know that there was racism that was reeking in this part of fucking Mississippi? Why would you just leave this man stranded? What was your true intention? Getting into the disturbing facts of his case, I do want to talk about the meaning of Rasheem Rael. His full name is Rasheem Rael Carter, and Rasheem means light. Rael means of the angels. So I definitely feel like somebody will be brought to justice. They definitely killed the wrong person. They killed the wrong guy that was heavily protected by God. First person to strike me as odd is Sheriff Houston. Sheriff Houston is the sheriff of Taylorsville, but he became angry with the family because he felt like the family was accusing him of having something to do with Rasheem's death.
We ran all our life. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, we want to be in there. That's not the way it sounded. What you turned him into. That's what I was trying to say. You turned him into the police. I'm covering up. That's what it sounds like. Because this other incident we had over here, the other interaction we had was real cordial and understand. We were mutual. This is not. Well, you got to. I'm going to talk. Yes, ma'am.
It's the simple fact and the audacity of this sheriff to then confront this family in this way when they just want answers for what happened to their brother's son, cousin, and then in that manner, you make this about you. That struck me as odd. The sheriff went around interviewing people, asking degrading questions about Rasheem's drug use and mentality, which was quickly debunked. It was an aunt on Facebook who was advising the public on what was going on with the case. And she's been calling out a lot of people in Taylorsville. They just got tired of trying to play nice with these people and just wanted to out them at this point. I think they just got fed up and was just like, okay, so then if we're going to play this dirty game of trying to make it seem like my son was on drugs, or the other lie that they told was that he fell to his death, which was definitely debunked by Ben Crump with the photos that we saw of his skull and his vertebrae. These people had the audacity to send Rasheem's body back in a small box with just his skull and his vertebrae.
He was being chased by 3 trucks, loads of people.
After the photo was released, it's when the sheriff doubled back and said, well, we're not going to rule out homicide, but at first he said that there was no foul play. clearly there's foul play that's happening. And the reason why we know this is because there were smooth edges to his bones. There were smooth cuts to his bones, which implicates that he could have been cut up. So there is talk about him being dismembered. His head was found one way and his vertebrae was found in a whole nother spot. There is chatter on Facebook about the owner of the company Rasheem Carter worked for. One user actually stated that he worked for this guy before and released details about his location, phone number, and etc. Rasheem clothing was found. Conveniently, his phone went missing. Usually in accidental cases such as falling, the person's items such as phones and clothing and such is found by the body. Where is the phone? I'm not sure if this is his cousin or sister, but she stated that she was sharing her location with Rasheem, and all of a sudden his location just stopped sharing. Also told reporters that sometime after Carter went missing, but before his remains were found, someone used or attempted to use his credit card. So the number one disturbing thing, like I said, was the fact that he went missing, and then they found him in the woods November 22nd, and it seems as though his body was like he was decapitated and dismembered. The second thing was Sheriff Houston became angry with the family, as you saw in that footage. He became very hostile with these people. It almost seemed like he was trying to antagonize them and agitate them even more, to the point to where he could shut down the investigation for whatever small reason. The third thing that was just absolutely troubling for me was the fact that his phone was missing from the scene. The fourth thing, because there's many things that's very disturbing about his case, is the fact that his skull was found with his penis in his mouth. I never knew that about this case. Months ago I did hear about it, but I never dug into it. And when I saw this news article about his penis being found in his mouth, we know that it's a history of that for black men to be lynched in America and their genitals to be removed from their bodies. So I was very troubled by that when I first heard that piece. Ooh. So the questions that I have, and hopefully you all have the same questions as me, I want to know, who was the police officers that turned Rasheem away? And what is their association to the owner of the company Rasheem worked for? Who was the employee who answered the phone when Rasheem was in a dollar store hiding out? For those of you who don't know, there is footage of Rasheem in the store, in the dollar store. And the employee answered the phone while he was in the store, and it spooked him, and he left. But he told his mom about this encounter that he had with the employee. Also, we need to know, of course, where is his cellular device? Finally, for now, where is the full video of the deer cam, the footage that was released? There was a deer cam footage released, and well, actually, they released a photo from the deer cam footage. They didn't send the whole footage from where Rasheem was found, and he was found on private property. How did this homeowner know to check his deer cam? Also, Rasheem was sent back in a small box with his front teeth missing, and his genitals, as I stated, was forced in his mouth. I really hope that we get justice for this and we get the ball rolling now that Ben Crump has taken over this case. Hope the family get the answers that they're looking for. Also, as the public, we need to put pressure on Taylorsville Sheriff. Honestly, at this point, FBI need to step in my opinion. This case is very troubling because I said this could be my cousin, my uncle, my brother, somebody I know that got, stranded in an area that they weren't familiar with, and as I stated in my TikTok video, what's up with this coworker? There was already talk about the things that was happening not even 2 hours from Taylorsville about racially motivated crimes against black and brown people in that area. So, I'm just very troubled about this story, and I will keep us updated as the facts roll out. I thank you all for taking out the time to click on this video. My name is Tink Marche. Make for sure to give credit to the TikTokers who posted about this case and that I've included in this video tonight. I thank you all for stopping by once more. Make sure you subscribe, like, share, and comment. Until next time, you all be safe. Talk to you later.
I'm angry.
Fayette Town Square, the original meeting spot for Rasheem Carter's search party before making the long journey to Taylorsville. Described as an ambitious entrepreneur, caring son, brother, and father, his mother says she is angry and heartbroken.
Because my heart is heavy. My heart is heavy. And who wants to wake up and not see their child come through the door or not hear from their child. Who wants to wake up and have to deal with it? No mother, no mother, So at the end of the day, we got to make a move.